Hi, everybody. Good morning. I am so excited that you guys are all here. I'm trying out some new technology for this class, so I want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay, that it's streaming okay. And it looks like it is, so that's awesome. And for those of you guys that are new, welcome to our group. I'm Dr. Laura Ricci. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, a national board certified health and wellness coach specializing in functional nutrition, women's health, insulin resistance, and an essential oil educator and leader with doTERRA International. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. And if you're watching the replay, welcome to the replay. We have a giveaway for one US viewer watching live, so stay tuned on all the details on how you can win. And this is going to be an interactive workshop, so if possible, I would urge you to create the time and space to dive into this. Grab something to drink, a pen and paper, silence your cell phones, and go to a quiet place, and we will get started and jump right in. Oh, I love that you guys are already popping in. Hi, Annette. Hi, Beth. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Anne. Hi, Tiffany. It's so good to see you guys. And we're going to jump right in and get started with this. So we are going to be talking all about the importance of sleep, if you're getting enough, why that is so important to our overall health and healing, and diving in deeper. And guys, the slides for this are actually uploaded into the files section of our group. So if you want, you can print those off and follow along and have those with you. Good morning, Tiffany. So before we begin, just a quick little medical disclaimer that, again, the information in this presentation, it's not intended to replace a one-on-one relationship with a qualified health professional, and it's not intended as medical advice. Really, what I am doing is sharing knowledge and information from research and education and training that I've had, and I really encourage people to make your own decisions based on that relationship with your qualified healthcare professional with everything that we do. That's really important. Good morning, Tiv. Good morning, Annette. It's so good to see you lovely ladies on. And this is a little bit about my journey. So really back in 2011, I was diagnosed with an extremely rare sarcoma called a desmoid tumor that 2 to 4 out of a million people get, and it was in my abdominal wall. So you can see on that CT scan, that was the tumor, and I named my tumor Harold, but I went through quite a journey. So that picture on the bottom left was actually a year after that desmoid tumor was removed and then replaced with synthetic mesh, and then that mesh actually herniated 3 more times. So I had a lot of surgeries, the last being a complex abdominal wall reconstruction. You guys can see that picture of me on the right, and I had drains put in. I was 20 pounds less than what I am now. So I've definitely been through my own healing journey, which kind of brought me to the world of functional medicine and functional nutrition. And then I was actually diagnosed with hip dysplasia, which is a congenital issue. And I'd never heard of it in adults. Even as a physical therapist, we usually hear about it in kiddos. And I went through several hip surgeries, very large hip surgeries, and then was diagnosed with Lyme disease in 2015. So I've been on a healing journey, and that's what really brought me into functional nutrition, holistic health, essential oils, all of these things to support myself along my healing journey, because the things that Western medicine was doing, I had tried all those and I wasn't really getting big benefit. And sleep is something that's really near and dear to my heart, and something that I actually really struggled with for a long time. And it was changing my diet and my lifestyle, and some tips that we're going to talk about, and also adding in some natural remedies and things and some supplements that really made a big difference. So just to show you that picture on the top right, where you see the big rashes, I used to get really bad rashes, and that's a symptom of Lyme, a co-infection called Bartonella. But just changing my diet, not even starting treatment or those things, actually reduce those rashes. So after I would take a shower or a bath, I would get those big rashes on my hands. So you can see the difference on the hands from the left picture to the right. That was just changing my diet. So please know that that is definitely possible. And what I do in the practice that I do with my virtual health coaching clients is work on those things too. So we're going to dive into sleep. And sleep is a period when the body ceases to engage in most voluntary bodily functions. And it's an opportunity for the body to focus on restoration and repair, which is so important. This is when we heal. Oh, yes, Lori. Lori's saying she needs sleep. Yes, you're in the right place, guys. Good morning. Good morning. And the conscious brain activity is fully or partially suspended, and it contributes to restoring and gaining mental, emotional, and physical health, which is so important. So a couple really interesting sleep facts for you. 70% of Americans are sleep deprived. Oh my gosh, that's huge. And one of the most common causes of being tired is a lack of quality sleep. So if you are feeling physically drained and fatigued and just kind of run down, it could be your sleep. And actually, according to Dr. Mark Hyman, he's a functional medicine doctor. I really love following him and his stuff. He says that the most important thing you can do for your health is getting enough sleep. That's huge, guys. Huge, huge, huge. And insufficient sleep leads to an imbalance between melatonin and your growth hormone, and it can lead to stunted growth, decreased repair, and slower healing. So we're going to dive deeper into the benefits of sleep. Does anybody like to burn fat? This actually can help to reduce cortisol and increase leptin. This can increase lean body growth and repair, enhances our growth hormones and DHEA, can help with our focus and attention, or detoxifying our body, getting rid of that waste that we no longer need. It can improve insulin sensitivity, actually decreases cancer risk with melatonin. This was something interesting that I didn't even know until later. And it actually enhances serotonin to reduce depression and reduces inflammation in the body. We know that inflammation is a source of a lot of dis-ease going on. So CRP, or C-reactive protein, is actually higher when we get less than 6 hours of sleep. So if you're getting less than 6 hours of sleep, it's actually causing more inflammation in your body. And sleep can also help with endurance and stamina. This was really interesting. This is some information that I learned from my mentor, Dr. Rita Marie Lascalzo, in her nutritional endocrinology program. Right, Beth? Yes, we need all of these benefits in our life for sure. And sleep deprivation actually has an effect on insulin resistance, on our growth hormone, on our blood sugar, all of these things. And sleep debt can cause impairment in your endocrine system, so affecting your hormones, cardiovascular, and your immune system. And, especially this time of year, people are getting sick with the cold and the flu, and so sleep can actually help to boost up your immune system with that. And a glucose tolerance, your blood sugar tolerance, is decreased during sleep debt, which is really, really interesting. So just one night of poor sleep can make you more insulin resistant the following day. That's wild. And some of the work that I do with my private health coaching clients is we don't even start with the food. We actually start with just getting them to sleep better, and we notice improvements in their blood sugar levels as we start testing that. So something that you can do, this is really interesting, and again, this I learned from Dr. Rita Marie, is doing 3 days of sleeping 10 to 12 hours. And we talked about this in our adrenal fatigue class a couple months ago, if you remember. But this can actually help to normalize your fasting glucose. And she calls this scheduling a sleep vacation, where you don't do anything else. You rest, you stay in bed for 10 to 12 hours, you get up, you don't cook, you don't work, you have some healing soup or some meals already, and then you rest, you read a book or watch fun movies, and you just take a little sleep vacation for those 3 days. And that can help to support your adrenals and help with your blood sugar. It's pretty amazing. And sleep deprivation disrupts those normal patterns of growth hormone surge during the first 3 hours of sleep. So we like growth hormone. Growth hormone is what helps with our repair. It helps with our metabolism and burning fat. So when we don't get enough good sleep, we're not getting those full benefits of that growth hormone that we want, that we love. There are lots of conditions actually associated with a lack of sleep. So many. We talked about adrenal fatigue or insufficiency in previous classes, poor digestion, weight gain, obesity, grogginess, a decreased focus or concentration, memory problems, increased irritability or feeling frustrated, mood changes, heart disease, a compromised immune system, and a higher likelihood of getting chronic or autoimmune conditions are all associated with the lack of sleep. This is why it's so, so important that we learn to optimize and develop those healthy sleep habits in our life. Yes, Dina, get a sleep vacation. Put it on the calendar, right? I think we all need a sleep vacation from time to time. It's so healing and so restorative for sure. So sleep actually trumps exercise and nutrition. Can you guys believe that? So Dr. Alan Christensen, he's another functional medicine doctor that I love, that I follow frequently, and he has a really great book called The Adrenal Reset Diet. Highly recommend it. And in that, he talks about that sleep is more important to overall health than diet and exercise. Now, I'm not saying we should throw diet and exercise out too, but sleep is huge. And I think it's almost a badge of honor, especially as Americans, to say, hey, I functioned on 4 hours of sleep or 5 hours of sleep. And we actually need that. That's not a good thing. So ideally is to sleep around 8 hours a night between the hours of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Those are prime times for restoring our hormonal balance and getting that deep sleep. So if you are sleeping for 8 hours from 10 to 6 a.m., that is going to be way more beneficial and restorative to your body than going to bed at midnight and sleeping till 8 a.m. Even though it's the same amount of time, it's working with those body circadian rhythms that's really important. So sleep's an essential pillar of health. Sleep, nutrition, our diet is definitely important. Stress management is important. Mindful movement, all of those things. Relationships, having fun and joy in life, those are pillars of health. And those are all really, really important. So let's talk a little bit about melatonin. So this is produced by the pineal gland, and it's turned on by low light conditions. And so as it gets dark, we're cyclical beings, right? Then the melatonin kind of starts to be produced and says, okay, it's time to go to bed, time to wind down. But it's actually turned off by bright light. And this is what helps to promote our deep sleep and actually helps to protect us from tumor growth. And me having a history of a sarcoma, I never knew this. But things that turn off our melatonin are the computers, the TV, the electronics at night, all of those blue lights, right, that we like to do to wind down before we go to bed, but can actually be inhibiting our melatonin. Eating too close to bedtime can be another one. And it's produced from the amino acid tryptophan, and it requires vitamin B6 for synthesis. So this is why taking good supplements like our Lifelong Vitality Pack, all of those things are so important. But this is why getting optimal sleep also encourages us to make some lifestyle changes, right? And we're going to be talking about those too. But this is really, really important. And melatonin goes right along with our circadian rhythms, which are also really important. So you guys can see that black line, and this is actually from the paleomama.com. I love following her stuff too. She's another really great resource. But that black line on this graph is cortisol. So ideally, you guys will see that cortisol spikes in the morning time, and that's what helps to kind of get us up and get us going, and then it decreases throughout the day and should be lower at nighttime so that we can sleep. But what happens, and we talked about this too in the adrenal class, is that we can get cortisol spikes at nighttime, maybe because of blood sugar levels or different things, and that can keep us up. The red line is melatonin, and they kind of have an inverse relationship. So melatonin should be lower in the morning time because it's daytime and the sun's out, and it says, okay, stop the production of melatonin, we're going to get on with our day. And then it actually increases at nighttime as the sun sets and goes down so that we have that beautiful melatonin to help us get that restful sleep. And we'll be talking more about tips for that too. So something that's really important that you can do to help to optimize your sleep is creating a bedtime routine. And this is really, really important, guys. We have bedtime routines for our children, right? They wind down, they have dinner, they take a bath, we read a story, we do all of these things. But as adults, we're kind of go, go, go the whole time and on our phones or watching TV or on the computer. And then, reading in bed with our tablet. And then we just, turn it off and expect to fall asleep. And our body doesn't work that way. So ideally, creating this ritual could be a really great thing for you to do. And stop eating within 3 hours of bedtime. That's really important too, because we don't want the body to be focusing on trying to digest our food when it should be focusing on rest and restoration and healing. So ideally start your bedtime routine about 1 hour before bed. So have an earlier dinner, ideally stop eating 3 hours before you go to bed. Start your bedtime routine an hour before. Start doing things like dimming the lights in your home and creating that natural environment to stimulate melatonin. Technically when the sun goes down, we need to start getting ready for bed too in an ideal state. So turn off the TV an hour or two before bed. You can read a relaxing book or journal, things that don't have blue lights. The old school Kindles, I actually have an old school Kindle that has the ink in it. It's not backlit. And that's actually what I will read off of, or an actual physical book. Those are always really great things to do before bed. And no intense mental activity within 2 hours of bedtime. Okay, this is not a time to have a really intense discussion with your spouse or partner. This is not a time to do your taxes. It's a time to let the body transition to going to sleep. Something that my mentor, Dr. Jessica Drummond with the Integrative Women's Health Institute, she recommends a laptop curfew. And this is shutting down the electronics, including laptops, tablets, and smartphones, and those e-readers by 8 p.m. each evening. This is really important. And Jessica was teaching us that there's actually some research that shows a correlation with breast cancer. When we're staying up later and being exposed to all of these blue lights, that can affect that. So doing something as simple as a laptop curfew by shutting things down, simple, not always easy, right? But doing that can actually decrease your risk of breast cancer. That's huge. These little habits and lifestyles that we do. So something to think about. Meditation is another really, really powerful tool for this. So even something as simple as 10 minutes a day and doing some visualization or some mini vacations, as my mentor, Dr. Rita Marie, calls them, before bed can turn down the cortisol. It can help with those cortisol spikes. It can help you to feel better. So a little quick mini vacation, I'll show you guys this really quick, and you guys, if you're not driving, can do this along with us. But we talked about it a little bit in the adrenal class, but what you do is you actually just kind of bring some awareness to your heart, or you can actually just put your hands right over your heart, and that can help. And the nice thing about this is you don't need any tools. It's quick, it's simple, it's easy. And you just take some deep breaths in that space. You just kind of let it go. And you think about a time where you felt great gratitude, appreciation, or love. And you go to the space. This could be your child, this could be a loved one or a pet. But going to that space, thinking about that, you can go to a real place or an imaginary place. I always go to the beach. I'm a beach girl. Some people are mountain people. And just visualizing that you're on that beach or wherever you are in as much detail as possible. I think about my toes going in the sand, the sounds that you hear, those ocean waves. And then holding that place of gratitude, appreciation, and love. Thinking about that loved one or pet or that experience, that memory that you had. And just taking a few deep breaths into that space. And just doing that for a few minutes. It doesn't take long, right? What was that? Like a minute maybe? Can decrease your cortisol, can help you to feel more relaxed. And Dr. Rita Marie teaches us this technique because you can be eating the cleanest diet on the planet and all of these things, but if you're feeling stressed out and having those cortisol spikes during the day, it's not serving you. So this is a really, really powerful technique to do and something to try that doesn't require any tools, anything. And ideally, you want to work on doing this 5 times a day. So when you wake up in the morning, starting your day with that gratitude and appreciation, there's actually been some scientific studies that show that this helps to regulate your breathing and your heart rate. And it puts you in this really beautiful physiological state. So you don't need any tools, you don't have to do anything. But in the morning when you wake up, before you have breakfast, before you have lunch, before you have dinner, and then right before you go to bed. So 5 times throughout the day. And it's helpful to do this so morning and night to start and end your day on a good foot, but also before meals, because when you do that simple technique, the body can't digest food in a stressed out state. So coming to that place of appreciation, gratitude, and love before you eat actually helps you assimilate and digest your food even better. So it's kind of a cool thing. Oh, Tawana, yes, the beach is my favorite place too. I love the beach. So I joke with my husband, and if it was a really abundant day, I say, hey, I went to the beach a lot today. And my husband knows what that means. But this is a great tool, guys. You know, the world isn't going to change. We have to change. And it's having these little tools and tips and tricks and things in our back pocket that we can do to support us in times when we may be feeling more stress can make all of the difference with our overall health and healing. So try this out. Try this little mini vacation out. See if it resonates with you and if it's something that you enjoy, and adding this in. And the more that you do it, the easier that it gets. And the nice thing about this is nobody even has to know that you're doing it, right? It can be, you can get really good where you don't even have to close your eyes, and you could be in a stressful situation or something, and you could just kind of go to that place internally. So that's really neat too. Another thing that you could do is different meditation apps if you like that tool as well. There's so many great ones out there. These are just a few, but it seems like there's new wonderful ones popping up all the time lately. But I personally love Insight Timer. I use that one a lot. I like that it has guided meditations, but it also has where you can just set a little timer and it'll have background nature sounds, and you can pick the little chime that lets you know when it's done. So you may start with a minute of just quiet time and breathing and increase that as you get better about that. But I really love Insight Timer, Calm or Call Me. Those are two good apps. And then I really also love Oprah and Deepak Chopra's 21-day meditation experience. They actually have a free meditation experience a couple times a year, and one is going on right now. It's all about shedding the weight, and they're really, really beautiful. So you can search it in your app store, or you can Google it and find that. But Dr. Sarah Ballantyne, she says meditation can help you be more resilient to stressors and improve sleep quality. Studies show benefits even with only 10 minutes a day. Oh, Nicole, yes. And Nicole says she loves her meditation apps. They are a game changer. Absolutely, it's huge. It's a really big thing, so I really encourage you guys to try it out. Here's some exercise tips for you. You want to avoid intense exercise close to bedtime. But committing to 30 minutes of activity a day can actually help you sleep better. So maybe not a time to go for, a power workout or a really heavy run or something right before you go to bed, because sometimes it's a little bit challenging for the body to transition. But doing something like some gentle stretches or some yoga, that could be really great to do. Getting your foam roller out, working on that myofascial release. There's some really great videos on YouTube for foam rolling that you could play with and do and try, and things to just kind of have on hand that could be really powerful. Oh, Nicole says Breathe is another good app. Love all the ones that I mentioned too. Oh, great. Thanks for that tip, Nicole. Yeah, there's so many great ones out there, and I love for people to play and try different things, and you'll find one that resonates best with you. So here are some daytime tips to have a better nighttime. Again, we talked about that blue light exposure. And getting that in the morning is really powerful. We mentioned this in our adrenals class. So ideally, within 15 minutes of waking up, we need to get out and get some sunlight. Ideally, again, we wake up when the sun comes up and we go to bed when the sun sets, right? We're cyclical beings. So ideally waking up around the time of sunrise, if that works for your work and lifestyle, but ideally that's really great. And going outside for 15 minutes and not looking directly into the sun, but in that direction. That can be a little bit challenging in the winter time. So what you can do is actually get a light box. There's some really great ones on Amazon, and you can have that to just kind of set that up in the morning. So again, you're getting that sunlight, and that lets your pineal gland know, oh, it's daytime, it's time to wake up. Let's stop the production of melatonin. And doing this regularly, that 15 minutes of morning sunlight can really make a huge, huge difference for your sleep. It can be very restorative to your adrenal glands. So if you're somebody that struggles with fatigue or feeling tired all the time, this would be a great thing to do. And again, going outside for 30 minutes a day. So morning light's really, really important, but also if you can go outside for 30 minutes a day and then Ideally, exercise for 30 minutes a day. So if you can combine all of these things, that is ideal. So if you are able to, if you can get up, right first thing in the morning, especially as we come into spring and summertime and it warms up a little bit and we can be outside, go for a 30-minute walk in the morning and you're doing everything. You're getting that morning sunlight, you're outside for 30 minutes a day, and you're moving your body. And just gentle walking first thing in the morning can really make a huge effect on your overall health, on how you feel, on your energy levels, and also on your sleep. So that's all really important. Oh, Michelle says Mindspace is another great meditation app. You guys are so good. I'm learning from you. Oh, hey, Hillary. Hey, girl. I'm so glad that you could make it too. Why, thank you. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you on. Again, sugar can be really uplifting for people. That can actually keep you from getting enough sleep at nighttime. So for some people, don't have any added sugar after 3 p.m. And this is specific on how your body metabolizes it and what that looks like. Ideally, we want to cut out the refined sugar and those things anyways. And that's kind of a cool thing is when somebody goes on a Whole30 or starts to decrease those inflammatory foods like gluten, dairy, sugar, they notice they sleep better. It's amazing, right? We're holistic. We're treating everything mind, body, soul, spirit, and everything relates to one another. You can't just segment things out. Don't consume caffeine after noon, again, for the same reason, because it can keep you up. It can be very stimulating, very invigorating. It's hard on the adrenal glands. So if you're going to do caffeine, don't have any after 12 p.m. because it can keep you up at night. That can affect your sleep. Avoid alcohol. Ideally, so many people are self-medicating with coffee in the morning to get them up and get them going, and then alcohol at night to help them wind down and sleep. And alcohol, again, it's basically turns into sugar. It's really taxing on the adrenal glands. It's taxing on the liver, and it can actually do the opposite and interfere with your sleep. So this is another thing, a little tip for you. Yes, Michelle, totally. My husband has been changing his sleep and he has been sleeping better 100%. And you know what, guys? The snoring improved too. And then we'll talk about some tips and tricks for snoring too as we come up. But thank you, Michelle. That's a great, great point. You also want to make sure that you're getting enough omega-3s. Those fatty acids, they're very important. And you actually secrete less cortisol in response to stress. So those omega-3 fatty acids are so important for so many things, and this is why getting a good, clean quality supplement like Lifelong Vitality Pack from a clean source can be very, very powerful for you. So we talked about some bedtime routines, or daytime routines. Let's talk about some bedtime rituals now that can help you. So again, as we mentioned, we want to turn off those bright lights as soon as possible after sunset and wear amber glasses. So what are those? Let's talk about those a little bit. So these are fun, right? Let me get these out for you guys. So any 80s children here? Do you wear your sunglasses at night? So I wear my sunglasses at night here. And these are what we're talking about. These are the orange amber glasses. So life hack, if you are one of those people and you are just like, hey, Dr. Laura, I am not going to stop looking at my tablet or my computer at nighttime. This is a life hack for you. Wear your sunglasses at night. You can snag these off of Amazon. They are inexpensive. People don't know if you're operating heavy machinery or if you are reading a book. It's kind of fun, right? They're very sexy. So you can have these on, but this is a life hack for you if you're finding it hard to get rid of the blue light in your life, right? I love life hacks, and I have some clients that are like, you know what, that just doesn't work. So I'm like, okay, put the glasses on when the sun sets. Put your glasses on, and then you can go about your day, and this is going to still help and not interfere with that melatonin production. So just for you guys, we put on the fun glasses, right? We have all the fun. But these are orange glasses. And I'll put a link, and they're actually linked in your handout too. That's in the files section of this group as well. But fun stuff. We pull out all the stops for you guys because we love you. So there you go. And then you also want to create that bedtime routine for yourself. Again, about an hour before bed. So you're going to wind down with a book, or do a crossword, or have a warm bath, an Epsom salt bath, or do some stretching. You can meditate several times a day, but especially right before bed can be a really great time to just get into that calm zone. Keep things family only in the evenings. You know, ideally try to avoid the work, all of those things, the stressful things. Right, Nicole? They're hilarious. They're awesome. Yes, get you some, girl. Get you some. And turn off your notifications by setting your phone to do not disturb. And I know this makes people a little bit nervous, right? But the really cool thing about do not disturb is people in your favorites can still get through. So if there's an emergency, they can still get through and reach out to you. But ideally, you want to turn off those distractions, get away from the technology, and work on getting to bed. Have a beautiful glass of chamomile tea, those types of things. And I also turn off your Wi-Fi by putting your phone on airplane mode. This is so important to have, and ideally turning your Wi-Fi off in your home, because all of those things can keep you up. So we actually have a little timer that is set on our modem and router. So at nighttime when we go to bed, that goes off and then it turns back on in the morning. You know, we don't need to have our Wi-Fi on in the middle of the night, especially some people are really sensitive to the Wi-Fi and to the EMFs, those electromagnetic fields and things that can also be affecting your sleep. There's a reason why sometimes when people who live way out in the country or go camping notice, oh, hey, I had the best sleep ever. And it could be the Wi-Fi and some of those things. Oh, Tiffany, thank you so much. Yes, I'll work the orange glasses for you guys, right? And yeah, oh, Hillary, yeah, it's my pleasure. I'm so glad that you are enjoying the Insight Timer app. It's been a game changer, right? It's so nice to have these tools that are convenient that we can use, and that's a free app. It's awesome. I love all the things. So I'm so glad that you guys are finding benefit with those and liking those tips. Rubber ducky, you're the one. Does anybody take a detox bath here? These are so great. Detox baths are really awesome for so many reasons, but especially to help you wind down and relax for sleep. So doing a warm bath before bed, anywhere from 15 to 60 minutes, can actually help with insomnia, which is really powerful. So a detox bath recipe that I like to do is 2 cups of Epsom salt, a cup of baking soda, and then 10 drops of an essential oil. Yes, Tawana, girl, I love my baths too. That is my self-care. That is my downtime. They're very grounding. Yes, oh, I love that we have lots of bath girls in here. Tawana and Lori, I know Hillary is a bath girl. This is so fun. And there's some favorite oils that I like to use, essential oils. I love lavender, I love Serenity, I love Balance, and actually Emily Wright was just talking about how she uses geranium and arbor vitae in her bath. And arbor vitae is actually on sale, and we'll talk a little bit about those later, but it's really exciting. Yes, Hillary, mermaids have all the fun. Y'all find me submerged. Yes, absolutely. Lori too, every night she's got to take her detox bath. I love it. I love it. You guys are already, I'm preaching to the choir here. So this is so much fun. Love that you guys are already doing that. You just, soak, rinse off a little bit afterwards, head to bed. It is awesome. Oh, Elena uses copaiba in her bath. That's awesome. Copaiba and frankincense is something that I love to do, a drop under the tongue of each morning and night as part of my morning and nighttime rituals. They are so awesome. Oh, Lori loves Forgive in her bath. Forgive's a powerful oil. I love that one too. That's so nice too. Anything that you smell that brings that sense of calm, that helps you to feel grounded, works for you. And that's what I love is, as my bestie Hillary says, this is a choose your own adventure. You can play with it. You can see which oils resonate with you and use those. And that is so fun. You also want to create the right environment for sleep. So blackout curtains in the bedroom is really important. Keeping the room cool to a moderate temperature. So anywhere from around 65 to 68 degrees, research shows, is going to be most optimal for helping you sleep. Yes, Jennifer, come along with us. Jump in the bath bandwagon. Become a mermaid with us, Jennifer. You will love it. Oh, Beth, I'm so glad that you're liking these bath suggestions for sure. Yes. Oh, that's a great tip, Hillary. The Zen Station on Pandora. Yes. And add in your relaxing music. We want to think spa, right? Think tuning down, calming everything down, doing all of that. That's really fun. And then in the actual bedroom, we want to think more cold, dark cave. And it's important, cover up all the lights in the bedroom, including your nightlight, including any things like that, any little lights. It's really interesting. You can't trick the body, and the body is so smart. So any skin that is actually exposed at nighttime, if there is a light, that light is going to be absorbed into the skin, and your body's going to be thinking it's daytime. crazy. So cover up all those lights. That's actually one of the first things I do when I go to a hotel room is unplug the alarm clock, cover up all the little lights with towels or anything that I can see, make it as dark as possible. You can also switch to a light alarm clock, which wakes you up very gently with that light, again, morning light, kind of cool, versus the stressful loud noises. You know, ideally we want to keep the stress down. That could be a lot for our cortisol and for our adrenals. And for some people, using a white noise generator, a fan going, or even earplugs. So my favorite earplugs are actually, these are Max, and they're the kids. For kids, they're actually recommended for 6 and under. They have adult ones too, but I like the kid ones. They're orange. And for me, I found I actually like pull it in half. I cut them in half and you roll them up, and you don't like stick them deep in the ear. You just kind of cover up that area, and they kind of make a nice seal to keep that noise out. So you may try Max earplugs or other earplugs if you're a very, very light sleeper like I am. People tend to either love or hate this. I love the earplugs and they work well, and other people are like, oh, I can't do earplugs. So again, it's just a suggestion. If that works for you, you can try them out and kind of have those on hand too to use as well with what resonates best with you. Oh, Tawana says they can't sleep without their fans. Yes, having that background white noise can really, really help. And then try sleeping on your back with pillows under your knees and your neck supported. That could be a really comfortable position, a good position to be in. You ideally don't sleep on your stomach because your neck, your cervical spine gets twisted and in weird positions and things. So back is good, but even sleeping on your side with a body pillow between the knees, we want to kind of think alignment and supporting the body as much as possible, getting into a comfortable position. All of those things are really, really important too. And then go to bed at a time that will allow you to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep before waking. That's ideal. I know a lot of people say 7 to 8 hours. What I've experienced in working with lots and lots of private health coaching clients is 8 to 10 is kind of that sweet spot. If we're dealing with someone in a severe adrenal fatigue state, maybe even going up to 12 hours, believe it or not, a night, they need that. So honor your body, listen to your body. The number of hours of sleep that each person needs is going to be different per person. And we talked about wearing our orange glasses at night, right? So this is actually the brand that I have, and great, great, great. So just a few more tips for you. Again, a recap: get outside in the morning sunlight and get that 15 minutes of sunlight exposure. Schedule a sleep day vacation. That's really important. And then block out the blue light with your orange glasses, or there is a device called Flux, F.LUX, that you can download on your laptops and have that, and it actually turns it to an orange glow too. So that's another life hack for you, is downloading Flux to your computers and having that. Oh, hi, good morning. It's good to see you guys. And then essential oils for sleep. You guys know that I love essential oils. I'm an essential oil educator and leader with doTERRA International. Those are the oils that I know, love, and trust because they are in my opinion, the most pure, the most researched, and the most tested oils. So there's a very different thing, and I just say this with a premise. doTERRA's oils are a therapeutic grade oil. So that's going to be very different than going to the health food store or Walmart and getting a fragrance oil. So if your bottle of essential oil does not have a supplement fact on it, and it is not safe for internal use with something like lavender or peppermint or orange, run for the hills. That is a synthetic adulterated oil. And honestly, I wouldn't even put it on my skin because the skin's the largest organ. That's what's absorbed into your system. So again, those are frou-frou fragrance oils, very different than what I'm talking about with these essential oils being a therapeutic oil and being an active oil that you can use. Very, very different. So I just preface with that don't expect to get the same results with something from the health food store or Walmart. And again, if it's not safe for internal use, it's probably adulterated. But you can diffuse essential oils in your bedroom at night. That's a great way to get some aromatic support. You can apply essential oils to the bottoms of your feet. That's actually a really great place to put your oils. And I like to actually combine it with a magnesium spray. There's several out there. So this is one. This is pure magnesium oil. And you can find these at the health food store, Amazon, or a magnesium gel, and put it on the bottoms of your feet with your essential oil, something like lavender or Serenity. That's really, really nice and good to have. So with the whale diffuser, with the colored lights, I would just turn off the colored lights at nighttime in the kiddo's room. Just turn the light off and just let the diffuser run, and then you can have the lights on and all of that fun stuff during the day, but that would be my suggestion with that. And then you can even, this is what I love about doTERRA's oils, is they're safe for internal use. So you can diffuse them, that's the aromatic use. You can apply them topically. And for some people, it's a game changer. They may have just been diffusing lavender or putting some lavender, a couple drops on their pillow. And when they actually add it to the bottoms of their feet and get that topical use, they notice huge, huge difference. And then I love to put a drop of lavender in my cup of chamomile tea and take that before bed. That's really, really powerful. Oh yeah, so Nicole says she never goes to bed without a diffuser on. Absolutely, it's so important. So there's so many essential oils that we have at our fingertips to support with sleep. There are things like lavender, vetiver, cedarwood. I love Serenity oil and the Serenity Softgels, Roman chamomile, wild orange, balance, Breathe. Breathe is our respiratory blend, and that is a big game changer for snoring if you need support with that, or any type of respiratory support. Actually applying over the chest, under the nose, and the bottoms of the feet, especially getting the big toe, is really, really great. So if you have a noisy sleeper at home, or maybe you're the noisy sleeper, this is really, really powerful. Oh, Elena says she uses Breathe, Serenity, and lavender in her diffuser. Love that combo. And then if you are having bad dreams or nightmares, or maybe your kiddos are, actually diffusing something like juniper berry or On Guard can actually be really, really helpful for those too. I will say 90% of people tend to do well with something like lavender, Serenity, or vetiver. One of my favorite combos is lavender, vetiver, and Roman chamomile. I love that in a roller bottle or on the bottoms of the feet. So, so good. For some of those people that tend to be more sensitive to things, right? And you guys know who I'm talking about. I kind of fall in that category too. Jennifer, yes, you're in the 10%. Cedarwood's your jam. Yeah, I love cedarwood. Cedarwood's awesome. People will really do great with a combination of balance, cedarwood, and wild orange. So again, this is where we can have fun with this, and we can get really individualized and play and see what works best for you. But those are some really great combos there. And then I love the Serenity Restful Complex Soft Gels. These are so, so awesome. So this is a natural supplement. It's a supplement in a little soft gel, and then the essential oil, and they're designed to be used together. So Serenity has lavender, it has L-theanine, lemon balm, passion flower, and chamomile. So it's got amino acids and some calming herbs to help to ground us. And you can take between 1 to 3 soft gels about 30 minutes before bed. For me, 3 was the magical number. At 2, I didn't notice a huge difference, but 3 really, really helped. It was a game changer for me. And the nice thing is that they just support your body naturally. They're not habit forming. They're not going to zonk you out, make you feel super groggy. There is a difference, guys, between taking a medication, a prescription medication for sleep, that puts you in a sedative state. It's different sedating the body than actually getting deep sleep. Very, very different. Plus that comes with its own risks of side effects and health things. So talk to your doctor, see what works for you, do your own research. I would really, really encourage that can make a big difference. But even if you're somebody who struggles with anxious feelings during the day, you could take 1 Serenity Soft Gel during the day to just help to bring a little bit of calm and a little bit of peace, which is really nice if you're having increased stress. And these are really great. These are promoting healthy relaxation and sleep, doesn't let you feel groggy the next day, and can really help to reduce stress and calm your nervous system. So Elena says she has helped several children that wake up crying at night by adding balance and juniper berry to feet and lavender and Serenity in the diffuser. I love that, Elena. Such great tips. Yeah, it took 3 for her too. Yeah, some of us, it takes 3 Serenity Soft Gels before we notice a big difference. Another important thing, magnesium. So, so important. This is a vital mineral that's involved in estimated over 800 different enzymatic reactions in the body. It's huge. We need magnesium, and so many people are deficient. So I love Natural Calm. There's several different magnesiums out there. Another one I really like is OptiMag Neuro by Zymogen. And it's just very handy. The Dr. Carolyn Dean, she's the author of The Magnesium Miracle, says that it's recommended to take magnesium supplements between meals for optimal absorption. So if you guys follow my bestie, Hillary LeMay, she has a scope and a YouTube channel, and she does these amazing magnesium mocktails, and they're so good. So that could be a great thing to do in the afternoon or maybe before bed. You can do a mocktail and make it kind of fun with some liqueur water, or you can add to hot water and make like a little magnesium tea. It's so, so important. Yes, Lori. Oh, so she takes it in the morning to help with those anxious feelings. Absolutely. It's so good to have on hand. Magnesium Mafia, girl. Yes, absolutely, Hillary. And Beth says she loves the mag. And Tawana says magnesium's been a game changer for her. Yes, it's huge. It's huge. You can actually increase magnesium to bowel tolerance. So basically when you start to get loose bowels, and then just back off a little bit. And according to the National Institute of Health, the recommended daily allowance for magnesium is between 310 and 320 milligrams for adults of average weight. Again, play with that. And I usually recommend go to bowel tolerance. That's where you find your kind of what you need, and then back off a little bit, and know that as you start absorbing that and incorporating it more, it can change, it can fluctuate. So I love biohacking and making recommendations specific for those people. And then just some symptoms of magnesium deficiency. There's lots, but if you're feeling really stressed, fatigue, low energy, inability to sleep, muscle tension, spasms, or cramps is another sign, anxiousness, nervousness, irritability, headaches, weakness, PMS and hormonal imbalances, weakening bones, abnormal heart rhythm, all of those can be symptoms. Yes, Annette, get started with Calm Magnesium. Get you some magnesium. It is a game changer. And guys, we're just skimming the surface of sleep. There's so many great resources and things out there. Dr. Sarah Ballantyne, the Paleo Mom, she has a really, really great book called Go to Bed. Some great information. That's actually where I pulled some of these things for this class too. And then she has an Instagram page called Go to Bed, and she does these 2-week sleep challenges where you take pictures, like you take pictures with your sunglasses on, your little amber orange sunglasses, and all of those fun things. So check her out. She's a great resource. If you want to learn more, if you want to dive even deeper into essential oils for sleep, I have a whole class on that. If you just search my name on YouTube and Essential Oils for Sleep, it will pull up the class and you can watch that. There's more great resources and things for you there. And then I have more sleep videos on YouTube. So tips for restful sleep, do-it-yourself recipes for restful sleep. So check those out. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss any new videos that are posted. But there's lots of great stuff for you guys there that you can have. Here are some resources from the class. So my mentor, Dr. Jessica Drummond with the Integrative Women's Health Institute. That's actually where I took my 1-year certification in women's health and functional nutrition coaching. Check her out. She's an amazing source. I love Dr. Rita Marie Lascalzo. She is my mentor with the Institute of Nutritional Endocrinology. I'm actually currently taking a 2-year nutritional endocrinology practitioner training program through her to learn even more about this. And then again, Go to Bed by Dr. Sarah Ballantyne. She has a great ebook. Yeah, Kayla, so not all magnesium is created equally. And so I would really look for a high quality supplement. You want something that doesn't have a lot of fillers. I like that Natural Calm is gluten and dairy free. It doesn't have a lot of the other nasty things in it like GMO or stuff like that. So I would really look for more of a high quality thing like from Natural Grocers or Whole Foods or something like that. Do your own research for sure with that too, because yeah, they're not all created equal. Kind of like our essential oils and how I wouldn't recommend getting essential oils at Walmart because those are synthetic. They're going to have added chemicals. It's essentially kind of a toxin for the body. So yeah, definitely do your research with that. And that's one of the reasons why I like Natural Calm and Zymogen's OptiMag Neuro, because they're brands that I trust for sure. So this is kind of exciting. doTERRA is doing a flash sale of a couple products, and it actually ends tonight. It ends tonight at midnight Mountain Standard Time. So if you are open to learning more about natural remedies and essential oils, I would love to help support you with that. That's a really cool thing. If you already have an account with doTERRA, you can actually snag these up, which is really awesome. My recommendation for anybody new to the world of essential oils, and if you're kind of curious, you want to learn a little bit more, we mentioned them about sleep, but really essential oils have been such a beautiful thing that have helped in so many ways. I had extremely bad head and neck tension and headaches where I was having nausea and vomiting, and it was really awful. And essential oils really helped to serve me and kind of made me a believer in what they could do after trying all of these different things for for the really, really severe ones, I mean, I had had Botox injections and injections in my neck and all these different medications, and the side effects were just awful, and essential oils came in and just helped support me so beautifully. And that's kind of why I became passionate and became a functional nutrition coach and an essential oil educator. Oh, Kayla, it's my pleasure, girl. Absolutely. So my recommendation, if you want to get started, would actually be the AromaTouch Diffused Kit, because it has these really great oils, and there's several for sleep in here. So one is deep blue, and this helps. It's the all things pain. So if you are waking up in the middle of the night because of pain, maybe back pain, knee pain, head or neck tension, or anything like that, this is a great oil to have on hand. I love that it has wild orange. This is one of the oils that we recommended. Very calming, great for kiddos, great to pair with lavender in the diffuser for calming, which is actually in this kit too. And great for, lavender is amazing for all things calm, but especially for sleep. Peppermint is invigorating, so it's not one that I would recommend to use for bedtime or sleep, but it is one that I would recommend to use in the morning to help with waking you up. And you can pair that peppermint with wild orange and put it on your forehead, back of the neck, and inhale and also diffuse. And it's really, really awesome. So that will help to get your day going on a good whim to, maybe reduce the amount of caffeine or sugar that you're having. This is really, really good. And then Melaleuca. Melaleuca is one that's really great for skin support. If you have blemishes or anything like that you need a little bit of support with, it's really great to boost your immune system, great for cuts and scrapes and things. We can use our beautiful essential oils for so many things, and it's really, really helpful. Oh yeah, Sarah, definitely check it out for that, 100%. And Lori, deep blue is great for, oh yeah, definitely to support. Yeah, if you're having any type of foot pain, that's really, really awesome to support you. Absolutely. AromaTouch, I love AromaTouch as well. It helps with pain. It helps to soothe muscles, and it really helps with circulation. So if you are one of those people that you feel like your legs are just active at nighttime and they're keeping you up, applying AromaTouch before bed can be really awesome to help and soothe and relax that. And then this kit also has balance. This is the grounding blend. So this is where if lavender isn't working for you, balance will. And I love that both options are in this kit. So specifically for sleep, this is a really, really beautiful one to have. And then On Guard, we always joke and say it smells like Christmas, cleans like bleach. It's amazing. It's our protective blend. It's got some really great oils in there. But again, if you have little ones that are waking up at nighttime from bad dreams or nightmares or anything like that, diffusing On Guard can really help. So that's why it's my sleep recommendation for you. So this kit is regularly $200. You can get it for $150, which is really awesome. doTERRA is kind of set up like a Sam's Club or a Costco, where it's $35 for wholesale prices, but if you actually get started with a kit, it waives that $35 fee. So this is really nice. Again, what I love about it is it has those top 8 oils, it's got a diffuser, and then it has a carrier oil. So you've got all the tools you need to get started with that. And then my recommendation, because of the flash sale that we have, and this diffuser is now, I believe, like $35.25. I've never seen it for such a great price. You can snag 2. Because that's a great deal. And the diffusers are nice to have one in your bedroom, to have one, maybe where you work or in your living room, and it's just really, really awesome. Yes, definitely, Elena. Putting the oils on the bottoms of the feet and the spine are great places to apply your essential oils. I love to have those there. So this is my contact information. If anybody would like to learn more information, here's my website and my email address if you'd like to reach out to me if you have any other questions or if I can support you in any way. I have a Facebook page. It's my Facebook coaching page. I post lots of health and wellness tips and different things there. So if you find this information helpful, please go and like that page. That would help me out so much. And I also post all the events for upcoming classes there, so you'll be the first to know. You can follow me on Instagram, Periscope, and Pinterest at Dr. Laura Ricci. And there's my YouTube channel for you. And then again, this is the group that you're in with the free monthly health and wellness education classes that we do to provide really because of my own personal journey, going through those things, cancer, Lyme disease, adult hip dysplasia, all of those things that really fired me up for this passion of health and wellness and supporting people. And it's what I love to do. So I'm so glad that you're here and that you found me. The flash sale ends tonight. And if you wanted to just have some things on hand to support you with this health and wellness, let me know, reach out. I would love to help you. I love the diffuser. This is part of that kit that I was talking about. It's the petal diffuser that I have right here, and it's awesome. You can turn on the little light or turn it off for nighttime, which we love, right? So you can have it on and off, and it's just very helpful. There's a lot of people out there selling a product. There's not as many people out there actually providing the education and the support. So when you get started with essential oils, we have a private Facebook just for our team where we do even more education and videos and posting, and all of my previous classes are there as a library for people to use. But I set up a Zoom call with you, a virtual call, and just take you through everything. I show you how to dilute your oil safely for kids, how to use your diffuser, how to clean it. We walk you through everything, and then I have a special welcome packet of goodies that I give you to get started. It's my passion. It's what I love to do. So if this resonated with you, if you have questions, reach out and let me know. Oh, Annette, thank you so much. It's my pleasure. You're so sweet. Oh, it's my pleasure to help. I'm so happy, and that's what we do, right? And actually, Annette, coming up in our Facebook group, in our Team Oils Facebook group, we're going to be doing a health challenge for the month of April. So since you were saying you have this desire to be more consistent, we'll add you into that. It's going to be so much fun, girl. And we work as a team, right? We have this beautiful tribe and this community of people, of all of our oil squad, our oil team, and help each other on our health and wellness journey, which is so much fun. Oh yeah, Lori, Pinterest, go follow me there, girl. Yes, I'm on all of the places, I think. Oh, Beth, it's my pleasure. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are finding value from the education in these classes that we do once a month, because maybe you already have an account with doTERRA and maybe your person isn't as excited about the oils as I am, but I get emails and messages from so many people all the time who got started. And I think what people don't realize is when you get started with somebody in doTERRA, you're kind of married to them. It can be challenging to switch. So definitely, kind of take it like an interview process and see what type of support and education and things they provide. And this is why I have my group that's open to everybody, and it's a public group, so that way people can still get the education and things and get some support that way. And there's so many great resources and stuff out there too. So giveaway, which is really exciting. Guess what we're giving away today, guys? Ta-da! The orange glasses. I know you guys want some of these, right? They're so fun. So what you do to enter the giveaway is just post a learning comment below. Something that you learned, something that you found helpful, a little tip, anything like that. And then about 15 minutes after this class ends, I will put all those comments in a randomizer and we will pick who gets them, and I will Amazon.com these to you. What do we do without Amazon? So yes, post it, get your glasses, take a selfie with it, share it in this group. I want to see, but we're going to cut that blue light out of our life, and somebody's getting the orange glasses. I hope it is you. Elena, oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for that. I love what I do, and I love to educate, and that's the big difference. I love to provide that information for you guys. So yes. So comment below with your learning, comment what you found helpful, anything at all about this class. And it's going to be so much fun to have that on hand and just have that ready to go. It's what I love to do. Don't forget our 2 Curls on Oil podcast, the March replay, is up actually on our Facebook page. So go to facebook.com/2curlsonoil, or I actually posted the replay. I shared it here in this group for you guys so that you have that. And if you'd like a little bit more support along your health and wellness journey, I do offer virtual health coaching services with private health coaching to really just guide people and support you along your journey too. So that's an option too. So reach out to me if you have any questions. This replay will be up until April 13th for you to watch and take notes. And don't forget to download the slides from the files section. And I'm so glad that you guys are here. If you are implementing any of these things in your life, if you found them helpful, please tag me. I love to see that. And I can't wait to see you guys next month for another health and wellness class. Thank you again so much for joining. It is such a pleasure. So excited to see you guys all here. Take care, guys. Bye.